In the last video, we had the aha moment. We had the logic. But today, the machine started talking back. When you use a tool like Abacus.ai, you aren't just coding. You are being interviewed by a deep agent. It's like having a very thorough, very literal project manager sitting across from you. It doesn't care about your vibe anymore. It wants to know how the money moves, how the data flows, and how the customer gets what they paid for. For my peers in the C-suite, this is a familiar feeling. It's the moment where the big idea meets the standard operating procedure, and this is where most people get stuck. They think they need to know how the database works. You don't. You just need to know how the business should work. The first question the agent asked was about the Stripe payment integration. Do you just want to save the info to a database, or do you want a notification? Now, a developer might say, just save it to the database. We'll build a dashboard later. But as a VP of sales, I know that the most important moment in a business is the second a customer trusts you with their credit card. I want to feel the pulse of the business. I told the machine, compose an email and send it to me at stevenamaiwriter.net. Instructional. Tip: when you're building your first SaaS, don't hide your success in a database you'll forget to check. Create a feedback loop. I want that ping in my inbox. It's not just a notification, it's validation. It's the sound of the engine working while I sleep. Then came the big one. How is the content actually generated? Do I want a manual work queue or fully automatic AI generation? As a CMO who has spent 30 years obsessing over quality, this was a moment of truth. My instinct said I should review everything, but my experience in scaling revenue said, if I'm the bottleneck, this isn't a SaaS, it's a job. I chose fully automatic. Why? Because the goal of Paxelo is speed and democratization. I want the user to have the output in seconds, not days. But, and this is the executive tweak, I made sure the system gives the user the ability to update and troubleshoot the final output. The lesson: in the AI world, perfect is the enemy of published. Give your users a high-quality 90% head start and the tools to finish the last 10%. That's how you scale without burnout. Then we hit the Stripe wall. I didn't have an account ready. I had to build one from scratch. And let me tell you, if you're 65 and you've never looked at a secret key or a webhook, this is the moment you'll want to reach for the scotch. I configured test mode first, which is the only sane way to do this, but I still ran into plenty of issues with keys and webhooks. The machine is literal. If one character is off in a 32-digit string, the whole thing breaks. Here is my advice for the Stripe struggle. Don't try to understand the math of the encryption. Just understand the handshake. Your website needs to tell Stripe someone paid, and Stripe needs to tell your website, I got the money. If the handshake fails, ask the AI, why is my webhook returning a 404 error? It will tell you. You don't need to be a coder. You just need to be a persistent troubleshooter. The agent asked about the customer dashboard. What should they see? Status labels, order history, download links, credits? I looked at my 30 years of CRM experience and I made an executive decision. Simplicity over complexity. No credits, no confusing tokens. All orders are one-off, paid in advance. You want an article? You pay for an article. You want a bulk package? You pay for a bulk package. On the dashboard, the customer sees three things. Is it done? What did I buy before? Give me my file. Most SaaS products fail because they try to be a Swiss Army knife on day one. I'm building a scalpel. I want the user experience to be so clean that a 70-year-old blogger can use it without a tutorial. If you have to explain it, you haven't built it right yet. Answering these 5 questions made me realize something about myself. Even after 30 years at the top of the corporate ladder, I still love the nitty-gritty of product design. I'm building this as a side hustle, as an experiment and for fun, but fun doesn't mean sloppy. By using my sales and marketing background to answer these technical questions, I'm ensuring that Paxelo isn't just a cool AI tool, it's a viable business. I'm leveraging my experience to make sure the vibe has a structure, because a vibe without a structure is just a dream. A vibe with a structure is a SaaS. We've answered the agent. The blueprint is locked. The Stripe handshake is being negotiated. But we aren't done with the build yet. We have 4 more days of digital construction before we even think about a Facebook ad or an SEO campaign. Next time, we're going into the content engine framework. How do we take those keywords and turn them into a complete content ecosystem that actually works? We're going to look at the prompts, the logic, and the moment the machine starts writing like a pro. I'm Steven. I'm 65. I'm building a legacy, one API key at a time. I'll see you in the next lesson.